Okay guys, so sorry I'm late again. We are playing Pokemon Blue version and we can only use Mimic. And the thing is we were stuck again on one part because there was this picnicker with just an oddish. So we are stuck grinding against Ditto until I think level, based on how it's going, into I think level about maybe 64 easily. Welcome to Chattanova, Prospect Summoner. How are you? Welcome to Chat Cannon Reborn. How is everyone? So yeah, the rules are, so if you're new to this stream, the rules are simple. We can only use we can only use Mimic in battle. I'm only using my Charizard. And we can only use Mimic and the moves gained from Mimic. So we accidentally ran it, so now we've run into a roadblock, which is why I'm using Speed Up. I don't normally use Speed Up, but it's going to take like forever to get past this point if we try to do it normally. Because we have to get to, I think, around level 65 minimum. We're at level 56 here, and we've just gotten the 3rd gym badge. So yeah. Also, I've put up Monica AI because it's nice to have something to look at while we're doing this, because this is just, you know, just grinding. So yeah, welcome to chat, Brian and Apodaka. Well, hey Monica, don't share my IP address on stream. So yeah, the music I'm playing, I've muted the music of the game, because listening to it sped up is kind of annoying, which is why I think I should Mimic Scratch maybe. Oh, it took it out because it was a critical hit. But yeah, Dugtrio give good EXP, which is why I like fighting them. Thing is, I can only fight about 4 or 5 Pokemon before I have to go back, thanks to the low power points we have with Mimic. Imagine a vegan realizing they were made of meat. Well, yeah. But you're technically not supposed to eat people. Thankfully, this should not be as bad as Brock, but we're getting about, on average, I think 1,000 EXP per trip. Because if we find a Dugtrio, that gives about 600, so that really bumps our average up. But you know, sometimes the opponent uses Dig, and then we mess 1 PP up. When we level up, I think I'll change the background music too. I'm using DDLC background music because it's nice to have something to listen to while we're doing this. Otherwise, it's either going to be sped up music, and that sounds bad, I've noticed. And some people say they don't mind, but I don't want that to be there. Okay, let's dig. It becomes an issue though if Dugtrio uses Dig as we use Dig, which is why I sometimes prefer to Mimic Scratch. The issue with that though is Scratch sometimes isn't a 1-hit KO on the Dugtrio. So yeah. And Dugtrio gives about 600 EXP, so yeah, that bumps the average a bit. Average number of EXP we gain up. We have 3,000 EXP left. I think in 3 trips then we'll be done. Let's see if that is the case. Every time we level up, we'll change the background music. How about that, guys? Let's Mimic Scratch this time. Okay, use Scratch. Okay, Scratch was a 1-hit KO. Dugtrio doesn't have good defense or good health, neither does Diglett, so I kind of expected that it would maybe be a 1-hit KO, but yeah. Max Mercury, the MM, haha, yes. How about over 9,000 EXP? Don't worry, we'll get to that point. We may even have to grow to level 70. Even though I hope that doesn't have to happen, but it's entirely a possibility. Let me Mimic Scratch. But use Sand Attack, let's not miss. Okay. That's some good EXP over... Like, that might have very well been about 1,600 in just that. Because we ran into 2 Dugtrio. We're not guaranteed to run into a Dugtrio, so... And sometimes the opposing Diglett, if they're high level, they can use Dig. And then that lowers down our average a bit, but yeah, finding okay Dugtrio is good. Okay, you dug a hole, so it used Dig. But of course it won't hit because we're a flying type. So yeah, that wastes 1 power point, and that reduces the number of Pokemon we can fight. Okay, level 57. I'm not going to try to fight the trainer every level because I know it's not going to make much of a difference. Instead, we're going to try and fight her. Once we go to level 64, I'll use my rare candy then. We'll be at level 65, we'll see if that'll work. If that doesn't work, I'm pretty sure level 70 should work. So let's go for some new background music. How about that, guys? Yeah, new background music. I hope you guys like this track. I saved, now that we're level 58. And we have to basically repeat this. We'll be level 65 before the end of the stream. We can definitely try the... Yeah, see, look, over 9,000 EXP. But it'll take like 10 trips on average to level up. Which is still, I think, way better than our odds with Brock, which is why I didn't mind using my rare candies, even though saving 2 of them might have saved some time here. Overall, I think it saved time because leveling up here is way better than leveling up here and north of Cerulean. So yeah, while we it used dig. Okay, so while we do this, why don't you guys ask me some stuff in chat, so you guys entertain me and stuff. Yeah, it's the empty room theme right now. So why don't you guys ask me some questions, we can talk about the anime or whatever, life in general. Because just doing this is pretty much, annoying. Pretty much how my head feels if I'm grinding. On the one hand, higher level Diglett do give more EXP, but then there's the small chance that they'll use Dig, and that can waste 1 power point. Apodaka, how are you, sir? Well, I'm pretty good. How are you guys doing? What's your opinion on... Sorry, I can't read all of that. Berries, I think you've written? Wait, let me adjust the screen a bit. Oh, what's your opinion on furries? I thought you wrote berries and I was kind of confused. If they're not doing anything wrong, I don't see the problem with them, but sometimes they get up to a lot of shenanigans. I mean, have you guys watched Internet Historian about, what was the... Rainfirst, yeah, it was the furry convention and all the stuff they did. Like, it wasn't all of them, but a few of them did, and then gave them a bad name. Okay, I think the music changed. Yeah, it did change. Let me pause the music on that, we'll change it. We will change the track. Yeah, Cannon, what do you think about furries? Okay, we have to run away. So I'll change the track when we level up, so there will be a few track changes. And yeah, I think level 65, it should make victory possible. Even if it's a 1% chance of winning, I'll take that over having to grind forever. Since the opponent choose moves, music be changing on its own. Actually, I was working on a Valentine's Day DDLC mod, and that's running in the background, so that's what you're hearing, the mod. That's why the music changes on its own, because different tracks are programmed, and it's a Valentine's Day special, so it'll be out tomorrow. You guys have any plans for Valentine's Day? Monica, I wish I could hear your voice. I want to hear you say you love me with your own words. One day though, right? If you're wondering how Monica is on screen, it's an app called Monica AI. It's kind of like Monica After Story, but Monica just appears on your screen. And before they made it so that she could react to what you were doing on screen, but now I don't think that feature works without an add-on. Let me grab the EXP curve so I can tell the EXP difference between level 65 and 75. Yeah, sure, tell me. Tell me between level 65 and 70 and the difference between 60 and 65 Max Mercury the MM. That'd be quite it'd be quite useful to know actually. Sitting at home being solitary and playing HK. What's HK? Cannon. In case you guys are wondering why I'm grounding and you guys don't know why, the issue is there is a picnicker with 2 2 Oddish and a Bellsprout, and that would not be a problem if she sent the Bellsprout out first, since I can mimic Wrap. But she sends out her Oddish first, and due to that, I can only mimic Absorb, and that is quadruple resisted by all of them. Plus, I have only 9 power points to work with. So yeah, in the end, we can't win. Okay, so it did knock it out because it used Growl. Oh, Hollow Knight can't. Oh, okay. Right, in Hollow Knight, I think, Kenan, you watch my streams. I'm currently against Nightmare King Grim. I have a strategy to beat him next stream, though. I only tried about 10 minutes last time because I was kind of tired. At that time, I'd done most of the Grim Troop thing. Okay, dug a hole, so Scratch missed. That's a waste of power points. But honestly, Dugtrio gives so much EXP, it's not really that much of an issue. If it was possible to encounter only Dugtrio, I would want that. Even though they can use Dig and Growl and stuff like that. Because they just give so much more EXP. We fought all the trainers I think we could fight, except for maybe 2 trainers. Level 60 to 65 is about 61k EXP total. Okay, and that's where I am as well. Okay, looks like we're both stuck at the same point. My strategy for Nightmare King Grim, though, is to first get Fragile Strength. I noticed I can't really heal against him, so a nail build is the best thing you can do. So the thing is, if you get Fragile Strength, if you lose to a Dream Boss, it doesn't count as your Charm breaking, so you can use Fragile Strength like that. Next stream I'm going to go get Fragile Strength, and then my nail will do a lot more damage, so yeah. Hello Brick6642, welcome to chat, I haven't seen you before. The general gist of this stream is I try to beat Pokemon Blue using only Mimic. But we've hit a roadblock where there's this trainer where we have to massively level up against, and we need to be about level 65, which is why I've turned on Speed Up. Oh, Kenan, you know, I didn't know. I was playing without Fragile Strength, so hopefully with that I can fare better next time. Level 60 to 65 is about 61k EXP total, so that's about 61 trips. Kenan Reborn, I just try stuff like Shape of Un with Quick Focus. I don't have the Shape of Un charm. I wonder where you get it. I think I'll get Quick Slash and Fragile Strength. So let's change the music. Okay, it's a different track now. We're somewhere else. We're at a higher level. Plus, I have it to Divine Horrible Mistake. What's that mean? Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I can, since it takes about 10k EXP right now to level up 1 level, I can definitely imagine a 60 to 65 taking 61k. But we don't need to grow to level 65 though, we just need to go to level 64. I have 1 rare candy. And that's 72k more to level 70, so luck will be more viable. You get Shape of Un in Howling Cliffs, okay. But it's basically the same, 65k EXP, 72k EXP, it's about just 7k more. And that's, I think 1 trip takes about 1 minute, I'm not sure with Speed Up. It probably takes slightly more than 1 minute. Or maybe under 1 minute depending on, you know, factors, but... I meant to say I gave into Divine Horrible Mistake, okay. Plus, we do get slightly more than I think 1000 EXP per run, because I think it's slightly more on average, but... Okay, use Growl, I don't think... Okay, we still knocked it out, that's good. Dugtrio is pretty fragile, because Diglett is also very fragile. They have very high speed, which leads to a massive critical hit ratio, but... Used to dig. One good thing about the medium slow EXP group is that levels don't get too much bigger going up. So, okay, yeah, Charizard is in medium slow. I think it's like the second slowest group. Isn't medium slow second slowest? Overall, I think actually we might have wanted to pick Bulbasaur as our starter. Because the parts of the game where we're getting stuck the most are against Brock. Against Brock we have to get to level 32. And although our attack would be lower as a Bulbasaur, at level 32 we would have evolved into a Venusaur. And I think that would have made up for having a slightly lower attack. What were you doing before stream started? Do you want to talk about that? I had gone outside with my family. We planned something spur of the moment. I thought we would be back soon, but it took some time. Second slowest to get to level 100. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's called medium slow, but still it's like the second slowest. Okay, we ran out of power points there. Annoying, but... Okay. So yeah, what was I saying? I think Bulbasaur was actually the right Pokemon to pick. Because against Brock, once we hit level 32, we would gain the ability to... we would evolve. And although Venusaur has lower attack than Charizard, it would have higher attack than a Charmeleon. So we would have been able to beat... yeah, Brock at a lower level. And the two parts where we've been stuck are where? Where have we been stuck? We've been stuck on two trainers with an Oddish. And the thing is though, Venusaur would have a higher special than Charizard. And because it would have a higher special, and it would also get the same type attack bonus, we would probably save some time trying to fight that Picnicker and trying to fight here. I think we would have been able to get done at a lower level. Max Mercury MM time save on Brock is minor compared to how important special and attack are in runs like these. I don't think we would have saved any time against Brock. It would have just been about the same time. We would have saved quite a lot of time here. And the thing is though, I'm pretty much anticipating though that if we get past this, the rest of the game is going to be quite easy. There are no more trainers who have like 5 Bellsprouts and stuff. And even if they do, we can avoid them. That's the good thing. So I think after this, it's going to be smooth sailing, which is why I think maybe Bulbasaur would have been better. What time is it for me? Here, it's about 10:30. What time is it for you guys? I know you all are on different time zones. While this is better than Brock, it is still mind-numbingly boring. And I think if we have to grow to level 70, I'm going to start hating it. I don't hate leveling up here right now because compared to before, it's pretty good. We don't have to like run away from half the Pokemon. We are getting good EXP. Venusaur is good, completely blanking several enemy trainers like Erica, but I don't think it's that great. The thing is, I think for this run, it's definitely, I think, better. Because of the reasons I just said. Because we would have a Venusaur does have a higher special attack than Charizard, so Absorb would do more damage, and we would have the Stab, the same type attack bonus, so we would do a few more HP worth of damage. That probably might have led to a better victory, a quicker victory against them. I think against Brock would have been about the same time. Okay, 6 PM for me right now, Max Mercury and Cannon nearly midnight, and Bricks 6642 to 1256. So Bricks and Cannon I think are about the same time zone then. Oh, it used Dig. That's slightly annoying when it uses Dig, but it's not as annoying as having to run away from half the Pokemon north of Cerulean City. Stab Absorb is a good argument though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stab Absorb and a higher special, it probably would have cut time on these segments. The thing is, I think after we beat her, there really aren't any trainers which are going to give us an issue. We can just skip most of them. Because we will be level 65. I mean, think about that. Level 65 just before we be in the 3rd gym. As long as 1.5 is rounded up to 2 damage. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how rounding works. Oh look, we leveled up. That's good. But I'm pretty sure, like, if we're doing like 6 damage with stab, I think we would do 9 damage. Which is, I think, pretty definitely very useful. And saving time at least. Let's change the music then. Okay. New music for new level. I just realized that speed mattered little because you're over leveled like crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I see why I chose Charizard was because I thought. Because the thing is, I thought the last battle would be the hardest against the champion. And there we might be able to mimic a Pidgeot's, I think Wing Attack would be the only move we could mimic. And if we had the same type attack bonus, that would be good. But if we're getting stuck here for several hours, I mean, I think we might need to be level 100 against the Leaf 4 anyway because of something that's going to come up. I think because of Agatha. Against Agatha, the only move we'll have is Nightshade. And so that's why I think we might need to be level 100 versus her. And Reborn, I just finished Uncharted the Collection. What kind of game is Uncharted? It's just like an RPG, right? Sort of like Tomb Raider, I think. Like you wander around getting stuff and treasure hunting. So yeah, 5 more levels to go. Because once we're level 64, we just rare candy. And then I wonder how much of a difference that will make because okay, well, our attack missed and we lost some Dugtrio XP, which is kind of sad, but whatever. Last time, I think we were able to get past the Oddish and then the Bellsprout, but then she has another Oddish and another Bellsprout. We need to get past them too. On average, if we have 9 Absorbs, we'll get a crit. I think 2 of them should be a crit. It's an action-adventure game with optional treasures to collect. Yeah, I've sort of heard of it. I've heard Video Game Donkey talk about it. Oh, Scratch missed out because he used Dig. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get to level... It's by the clock, I think it's taking us about 6 or 7 minutes to gain 1 level. So I definitely think we'll be ready for level 64. I'll salute you until you reach level 69, okay. I don't think if we're going to go for level 70, we'll go for level 69 and then we'll gain 1 level with our rare candy, but... So maybe that'll be fun. But hopefully we don't need to go to level 69 or 70. We'll know once we're at level 65. Once we're at level 65, we'll know how many hits it takes to KO each Pokemon. And if it's like very unreasonable, that will win. Because I think at level 57, where we tried last time, we would need every single hit to be a crit to win, which is just not reasonably going to happen. So if we do a bit more damage, and the thing is, we're probably that since it's quad not very effective and Absorb is such a weak move, gaining a level probably just adds a few fractions of a health point of more damage. So, but to do double damage, we don't need to be at double the level because of the way stats work. First of all, we get our EVs count for more at a higher level, and also level itself is involved in damage calculation. So being at a higher level will also mean we do more damage. But if we have to go beyond level 65, I think we'll do it next stream. And that would mean though that this has almost been as hard as Brock. Well, it's not nearly been as bad because a Diglett Cave is it's a very nice place to train. John D, hello, this is the first stream I'm watching live. Okay, well, it's no problem. I mean, if you like watching it after they're done, that's also okay, but hey, welcome to the chat. We should spend more time together as a couple, Monica says. Oh, well, it dug a hole, but I had to lose, but I had lost one power point anyway, so it doesn't matter. And anyway, against the Dugtrio gives like 650 EXP. I wish I could fight just Dugtrio. That would make this go by very fast. But yeah, we have Diglett thrown in. It's still faster than anything else we can do, so I'm not complaining. At this point, I think we've maxed out our stat experience. And the formula for stat experience, it takes level into account at each level. Gandhi, I mainly watch your DDLC Blue Skies playthrough. Yeah, did you enjoy last one? We got the worst ending on Natsuki, but next time I think we'll go for the good ending and we'll get the good ending. I just started the Pantheon and Hollow Knight. I don't know what is the Pantheon. People keep talking about it. I never did it my first playthrough. I'm guessing it's DDLC, the Godmaster DDLC, I think. Sorry, DLC. I keep saying I just said DDLC. Too much DDLC, I get. Yes. As part of the God Home DDLC, John D, I've only seen the Yuri route. Well, unfortunately, there were a lot of issues on the Yuri route, audio issues, which I sort of smoothed out on the other routes. So the other routes are kind of, I think, they're better for viewing. If you want to view them, I think they're a bit better, audio quality-wise. And once we're done with Natsuki's route, I think we'll do Monica's little extras. I don't know how long that will take, but we'll do them. And after that, the game is over. I think I'll do a review of it, and after that, I think we'll play Totono. You just have to go to the junk pit to activate God Home. I don't know what the junk pit is, actually, so that's an issue. I didn't do any of the DDLC, my original playthrough. Okay, level 60. So we have 4 more levels to go. 4 more. Yeah, I was right. It takes about 6 minutes, I think, for us to level up. About 24 more minutes till we reach level 64. And a simple key. Okay. Well, we'll check the God Home DLC after I beat the Nightmare King Grim. Level 60, only 4833332 EXP to go. So about 50 trips here. Or maybe slightly less. So yeah, Max Mercury. Let's hope level 65 is enough. If it isn't, then I'm pretty sure level 70 definitely will be enough, because at that point we'll be doing enough damage easily to take her out. But main issue is we don't even have any PowerPoint ups. There is a PowerPoint up, but we get it after beating her. So if we just had that, this would be slightly easier, but yeah, I think it's still going to take about another 24-25 minutes before we're level 65. And if we can't do it at 65 this stream, we'll go for 70 next stream. Here's to hoping it's less than 50 trips. Right, I think someone did the calculation. They said at level 75, basically a guaranteed victory, whether we get critical hits or not. The thing though is critical hits are way more common in Gen 1, so we get about 2 per battle. Max Mercury, the MM, I thought level 70 would make the fight consistently winnable. Well, again, I'm not sure. I'm not using damage calculation. I'll have to go at level like 65 and see. Because at level 57 we weren't doing much more damage, which is why I thought my next attempt would not be level 60, it would be level 65. Because about an 8 level jump, it should give us like 2 or 3, we'll be doing 2 or 3 more HP and damage, which if you get a critical hit, which we will twice, equal to about 6 more HP and damage. I forgot what I calculated last time, but why don't you calculate it again, Max Mercury, and then we can see based on that. You thought level 70 would make it consistently winnable. Yeah, I do think level 70 would make it consistent, even without critical hits, because we'll definitely get like on average 2 critical hits. I think hoping for 4 or 5 is sort of reasonable. We'd still have to reset a bunch to get, I think, like 5 critical hits. It's still possible. I'm not doing damage calculations either, just what I calculated using the current level and damage. Well, wouldn't you need a damage calculator? Because I think we do slightly more, like, we don't need to double, like I said before, we don't need to double our stats to do double damage, because, or double our level to do double damage, because, our stats increase more as we level up because our stat experience counts for more. And secondly, our level is also involved in damage calculations, so we don't need to actually double our level in order to double damage. Monica, if you're having a bad day today, just remember I'm always here for you. Unfortunately, they're not updating Monica AI. They're still updating Monica After Story. I mean, there's going to be a Valentine's Day update tomorrow, I know. Yes, Max Mercury, yes, double damage needs around 1.4 times level. So, I think at level 50, we thought we might have to do double damage. Yeah. Again, that calculation varies a bit, I think, because we also get stat experience, so maybe it's even lower. But, yeah. See, the thing is we have about a 20% chance to crit, so if we have 9 moves, which is how I calculated that depressing level 56 or so on that Route 25 trainer on my first time here. Yeah, you said level 56 would be it, but we managed to win at level 44, I think because we got like 5 crits. And 5 crits sound like it's very lucky, but we have about a 20% chance to crit. So if we have 9 moves to work with, that means we should crit on average twice each battle. And so hoping for 4 crits is a bit lucky, but not too lucky. And even 5 crits I don't think is that much lucky. But yeah, more than 5 if we're hoping for like 6 crits, that's not gonna happen. 6 or 7 crits. Definitely not every single attack being a crit. That's, I think, even rarer than finding a shining Pokemon. So if 70 makes it consistently winnable, 56 was to make it consistent, yeah, kind of like 70 plus here. So I'm thinking if it takes like 70, 75 to be consistent here, then most likely 65 will be good enough if we get a few good crits. Like if we can get like 4 or 5 crits a fight, I think that's about a 1 in 80 chance of getting like 5 crits. So if we get that, then I think we should be good. Why did I save? Did we level up? It just occurred to me to save, which is fine, but I usually save after we level up. Okay, use Sand Attack. That was a bit of a waste. I hung on just because of Growl. Let's hope it's 70 to make it consistent and not 70 plus. That way level 65 will be enough. I'm looking up Charizard's base speed and crit ratio. Crit ratio is about, I think, 18 or 19%. Is how I got the how I get about a 1 in 5 chance. So getting 4 or 5 crits, I think it's about like a 1% chance, but it's still not, even if we have to reset about 100 times, that's better than training to like level 70. because it would still, I think, be lucky at level 70. We would just need a lot fewer crits. And level 70 would take like another half hour. So that's what I'm hoping for, is though that it would be consistent at level 70, and so at level 65, if we're lucky, we can get past her easily. So Drechenaux, do you actually like literature? It's different to ask you outside of the game. She only has a few dialogue, and I think the dialogue options, and I think we've seen them all. Again, Monica AI is not being updated. They updated it, I think, like almost an eternity ago. So, okay, we're level 61 now. 3 more levels to go. Yeah, it's taking an average of, I think, 8 to 10 minutes, and it's definitely going to take longer the more we level up. So I can anticipate for going from level 64 to 69 will take like half an hour, 40 minutes next time. Let's change the music up a bit. Yeah, new levels, new music. Base speed Charizard's I think is about 100, so 19.5. Yeah, base speed is 100, so 19.5% chance crit. So yeah, about 20% chance, or 1 in 5. So if we have 9 hits, we on average 2 should crit. So having 4 crit is not, well, it's a bit lucky, but not too. It's not unreasonably lucky, like it's never gonna happen. Well, that was a waste of time. And I only had 1 PP left, but I had to mimic something. The reason I'm using speed up is because I really don't have the time to sit here for like several hours and do several streams. I do have exams and stuff coming up, so. The way stat EVs work in this game is though that every Pokemon gives you some stat EVs, even in all stats. So we have fought so many wild like Rattata and stuff, and even these Ditto. I'm pretty sure we've maxed out our stat EV at this point. If only this was like the main issue is she sends out her Oddish first. Otherwise, if she sent out Bellsprout first, beating her would be easy. We could mimic Rap. Rap would make short work of her team. But yeah, and plus we don't have any PowerPoint boosting items. And she has 4 Grass-type Pokemon. That's the main issue. I mean, above all. We were at, I think, level 46 before we fought her. And since then, we've leveled up this much. It's going to be about 20 levels worth of leveling up since the last trainer. The last trainer had a level, I think, 13 Oddish, 2 of them. She has 2 level 19. He has 2 level 19 and 2 level 19 Bellsprout also. 2 level 19 Oddish and 2 level 19 Bellsprout. My friend keeps making jokes about the PP up thing and it's getting on my nerves. Yeah, basically we have small PP problems right now. Oh, if we have 3, okay, that was okay. So if we have 3 PP ups, we can Mimic can have at maximum 16 power points. We get a PP up soon, I think, after we beat the Picnicker, and we get one in Celadon City. And one in the Rocket Game Corner basement. If I wanted to, at the beginning of the game when I was using walkthrough walls, I could have gotten them. That kind of felt like cheating. I was just doing it just to get the item. Like if I had gotten them, that would have saved us, I think, several hours of in-game time, but... Okay, that's my antivirus saying it didn't find anything. Slender, so we only use Charizard with only Mimic. Yeah, it's not technically I didn't start it out as a one Pokemon challenge, but I thought though that if I couldn't beat the game with a level 100 Charizard, I would pick another Pokemon. But no other Pokemon learns Mimic. No Pokemon learns Mimic in Gen 1. It's only a TM and you can only find one, and I wouldn't be sure how to get more of them, so if we can't win with Charizard, then we end the run. But definitely we can get past this trainer. I mean, if we go to level 100, definitely we'll do enough damage. Well, damage calculator I think is completely wrong, or I missed something. Absorb is not a 6-hit HQ. You're not using the Smogon calculator, by the way, are you, Max Mercury? Because that's kinda really off in terms of damage calculation, I've noticed, so I wouldn't use that if I were you. Because I used it for myself and I found that I was doing a whole lot of less damage. If you ask me, this is possible. Well, it might be possible, but we very well might need to be level 70 or in the 70s before fighting this Picnicker for no reason. And once we beat her, then though the rest of the game is going to be a cakewalk until the Elite Four, because we'll be so over leveled. And just, you know, like if we could get that extra PP up, this would be so much easier before her, but so we're gonna stack up on PP Restore and fight the elites with spamming Mimic. What we're going to do against Elite Four is, since we can use items outside of battle, we can use Max Ethers. Max Mercury, oh yeah, it counts the Oddish as full stat EXP. Yeah, that's the thing. It won't have full stat EXP. I think trainers don't have stat EXP, or the stat EXP is kept at 0, and they don't have IVs either. Their IVs are kept at around 3. So what we'll do versus the Elite Four, we'll have a few Max Ethers and stuff. We can use Mimic outside of battle. I think against Lorelei, I think we'll have to use Takedown. I think we have enough, it will have enough HP at around level 80 or something to go through that. Against Bruno, we can use Rage, and that will not consume any PP at all, just 1. Rage is actually pretty good for this challenge. Against Agatha, we have to use Nightshade. I think if we'll have 15 uses, that'll do 1500 HP worth of damage. I think that's enough to take out our team, but we might need to be level 100. Against Lance, we can just use Hyper Beam. How much PP can we have max for Mimic anyway? We can have 16. For that we need 3 PP up, so we'll have that by the time we reach the Rocket Hideout. We'll have them soon, but that's the issue. To get to them, we have to beat this mandatory trainer, and to beat her, we might even need to be level 70. That's the issue here. I think we're almost nearing 1 hour, actually, of the stream. Close to it, almost. And the thing is, even if we get to level 65, it'll take several tries before we get something good versus the, you know, Picnicker, if it's possible. So yeah, we can almost, we can increase our power points about 15. I think versus Lance, Hyper Beam will take out his entire team, definitely. And I'm not sure what we should do against the champion. It'll either be Wing Attack or Sky Attack. Again, if we're at like level 100, then I think Wing Attack will just one-hit KO the most of his team, especially since we get stabbed. And even if we had a Venusaur, then also it would be the same thing. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking maybe Venusaur would have been better for this. And then Reborn 43 minutes in, yeah, and we're not even level 62 yet. Because after that, then we'll still have 60, we'll have 2 more levels to grow. So yeah, even though this has been sorta cool, grinding is very quickly. The last is blue, right? I'd be wary of Hyper Beaming Aerodactyl. We'd be at like level 100 at that point, so even half damage would be a like 75 attack damage. I don't think it has very good speed. So yeah, the last is blue, is Champion Blue. Against Champion Blue, he'll send out his Pidgeot first. So we can mimic Wing Attack. Wing Attack isn't that powerful, but we will have Stab against him, which is why I chose Charizard. So yeah. Oh, was that 1 in 256 glitch where we just missed that scratch? I think so. So yeah, 2 more levels and then I'm willing to spend 15 to 20 minutes trying to beat her. Isn't there a better way to farm, or is farming Diglett easier? There's no real better way to farm because at least in Diglett Cave, we can one-hit KO all the Diglett. Outside, the Pokemon are about level 14 or 15, while Diglett can be up to like level 22, so they give Mimicking Wing Attack is kind of a mistake. It has 35 base power in this game, but that's about 50 when you count Stab. And we will be at like level 62. Okay, Bricks, bye. Oh, you can watch the rest of it later after we're done streaming. Thanks for joining, Bricks. Mimicking Wing Attack. If we don't want to mimic Wing Attack, I think we can mimic Sky Attack. Thing is, I'm not sure how Mimic works on moves which have like 5 power points, like Hyper Beam and stuff. Well, we still have like 15 power points for Hyper Beam if we use that. Well, we only have like 5. If we only have 5, then we can't use Sky Attack versus Blue. But if we'll have like 15, then I think we can use Sky Attack. That would be cool. So being able to use Sky Attack is I think 120 power, 160 power with Stab. I think it'll one-hit KO everything once we're at level 100. Even a level 50 attack is actually pretty good with Wing Attack when we're at like level 100. I think we would one-hit KO or 2-hit KO basically all of his Pokemon at level 100. And the reason why I say level 100 is because I think we'll have to be that high just to beat his just to beat Agatha. And Max Mercury, the MM, let me try and check that. Okay, yeah, sure, check that. We might as well. The fun fact is that I started playing this game at the age of 11. Do you mean this game, or just games in general? My first Pokemon game, I think I started playing it when I was 7. It was Pokemon Sapphire. It was not Pokemon. I did not grow up with these, but I did play Fire Red and Leaf Green. But Mimic works differently in those games, so I think it only copies the last attack the opponent used. So that would be a different kind of lottery. Has anyone else here watched Adventure Time? I've seen a few episodes of it, but I didn't watch the finale or anything. I think I maybe saw 2 or 3 episodes. For Pokemon, I think I played it at like 14. Okay, what was the first Pokemon game you played, Slender? I didn't watch Adventure Time regularly. I did watch regular show, but again, I just watched like a few episodes of those. I didn't watch all of them. Yeah, I've heard it was good, but didn't it like air on Nickelodeon first? Man, I wish there was a piano here. Well, there's a piano in your room. I would love to get to learn some more. Maybe I could even write you another song sometime. Again, I said this before, but Monica AI, the support for it, no one's supporting it anymore, so it's just going to remain underdeveloped at this point. Mimic's PP are used for mimicking move unaffected by that move's max PP. Okay, in that case we can just use Sky Attack on the last... we get 9 Hyper Beams. Yeah, we can just use Sky Attack versus Blue. So by that logic though, I don't think I should have chosen Charizard. I think I should have chosen Venusaur. We might have been able to knock off like an hour of this run. Because once, I think, well, because we'll need like 15 power points. I think we'll need to be about level 100 just to KO Agatha because of Nightshade. So if we have to be level like 100 anyway, we might as well make this part of the game easier. And to make this part of the game easier, all we have to do is, you know, if we had Venusaur, we would have slightly higher special. Base special of Venusaur is higher. And we would also get Stab, that little 50% bonus, and I think that would make quite a bit of a difference. Thunder buying the Emerald version. I played Emerald, I think when I was 10. Emerald was quite good actually. With the Battle Frontier and everything, but they never brought it back, not even for Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. They didn't bring the Battle Frontier back. Okay, your dad bought an arcade machine cannon and hooked it up in the garage. Like, what country are you from? Like, is that like legal to have Pokemon on one of those? Like, I mean, in my country there was a lot of piracy stuff. There were some pirated like knockoff games, but you could also find pirated normal. Charizard Special sucks in Gen 1, just 85. Yeah, that's the issue. That's why I'm thinking now I should have chosen Bulbasaur and not Charizard, but anyway, we're stuck with it, so. Because against Brock, the only place where I think we would have had an advantage with Charizard, or at least a big one, was against Brock. But the thing is, on Brock, since we have to be level 32 anyway, we would have gotten a Venusaur. A Venusaur has better attack than a Charmeleon, definitely. So even Brock, it wouldn't have saved, it would have been about the same time, I think, versus Brock. I'm an American, I don't think so, okay. So he just bought an arcade machine and hooked up. Where did he get an arcade machine? Like, where do you even buy those? Just because we're getting stuck because of Absorb, and Venusaur again 50% bonus to attack versus Stab. It would do half more damage. It would also have higher special. Was super stressed at the time, so I managed to get it free from my friend. Okay. I keep thinking Max Mercury. I keep thinking it has 109, but that's its special attack from Gen 2 on. Yeah, well, special in this game is both offensive and defensive. And yeah, I'm thinking we did make a mistake of picking Charmander. We should have picked Bulbasaur, maybe. Oh, Cannon, I don't know. He just got me one and I just went with it. Okay, what other games were on the arcade machine? Was it just like one arcade? One game? Okay, level 63. We are very close. Donkey Kong Country, the original Mario, and a lot of other games. Okay. On one machine. Was it all on one machine? And did you have to put in quarters or something? Cannon. Okay, let's save. Let's also change the music then. It'll be a nice change of pace. A different song now. I did when it came out. The special stat is such a design mistake. I even called it out back then. So is the fact that you know you can I got to play on it for free. Okay, because one time when I was in Florida, there was this arcade where you basically just had to pay once and you could play any of the arcade games like as much as you wanted. You didn't have to put in a coin, but you could just press the button and it would let you. It was like a one-time fee and then you could play as much as you wanted. Gen 1 has a lot of mistakes, like the 256 glitch. I think the biggest mistake is making the psychic type very overpowered, and the way critical hits are handled. So one more level, guys. No, I never had to pay. Okay. Yeah, one more level, guys. Funny thing is, there are these like toy gumball machines. Like, you know what a gumball machine is, right? You put in a quarter, you twist it, and then a gumball pops out. Philip, nope. Well, what do you mean nope? Nope with what? Okay, anyway. So yeah, there are these machines. You put in a quarter, and the gumball comes out. Psychics also being immune to ghost moves because of a coding error. Yeah, that's another thing. And there's no good ghost move. There's only lick. It's pretty much pointless. So yeah. When is your first time hooking into anime? I think my first real time was watching Naruto. I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z that much growing up, but Dragon Ball Z was localized much later in India, so I watched Naruto I think in 3rd or 4th grade, and Dragon Ball Z in I think 6th or 7th or 8th grade. It was like that. I kept continuing in that. So first it was Naruto, then it was Dragon Ball. After that I started reading more. Like, I think when I was very little, Yu Yu Hakusho was starting to get out, but I never understood it. It was just like 1 or 2 episodes. Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Even before that. I also got to play the original Zelda. I haven't played the original Zelda. I did play part of the original Kid Icarus. I also have Kid Icarus Uprising. I mean, when you realize that what you are watching call anime. Oh, I think that might have been like in 5th or 4th grade. I realized what I was watching. So yeah, around 8 or 9 more trips. I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? That's Slender, so I guess your favorite must be Monica then? Yeah, my favorite is Monica. Tomorrow's mod on Valentine's Day, which I'm making myself, is also a Monica-based mod. But the funny thing is, the most famous mods which I've made have been on Sayori, not on Monica. Namely, Sayori is a ghost and Sayori as an adult. Both of them have been Sayori mods and not Monica mods. This actually took a bit longer than I expected. I thought we'd be level 64 by now, but whatever. We're very close. We're very close. Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? And it okay then. I haven't played any of the Legend of Zelda games actually. I think I've heard very good things about the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but I wasn't able to play it. And I stopped playing Pokemon after X and Y. I don't have any games after that, so I don't have Sun and Moon, and I don't have Sword and Shield either. Any of you guys play Pokemon Gale of Darkness or Pokemon Colosseum? Well, Monica kind of reminded me of my childhood friend though, Slender. Oh. In what way? And they're really good. Yeah, I've heard they're really good. I've played part of Majora's Mask and I think the Ocarina of Time as well. And when I was like really young, one of my friends had one of the games for the Game Boy, a Zelda game. I don't know what it was called, but he had one. And I did play it a bit, but I never really got it because again, it was my friend, so I could only play for like 10 or 20 minutes. I never really got into the franchise of The Legend of Zelda. I did have Super Smash Bros. I kind of know of Link a bit from there, but otherwise...
But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take?
Slender, everything besides of the loving part? What does that mean? Oh, okay, you mean she was like, Monica's like your childhood friend, aside from the loving part, so okay. So, just friend, I guess. That's just really good in general, good story, puzzles, dungeons, and bosses. She and me really had no interest in each other, okay? Okay, no. Now I get that. I get what you're saying, Slender. Honestly, the one I related to most at the first was Yuri, because I was kind of like Yuri in school. I did not talk that much, I was kind of shy, spent most of my time reading, so I connected with her a bit more. But once the game ended, I heard Monica's song, I knew why she did what she did, I ended up liking her way more.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I
Canon God, that's relatable, huh?
if I set you free?
Okay, we are almost there, just 1000 EXP left. If we find a Duck Trio, we are done this round. And we can go and try and see what the next fight is going to be. I think it would take us then like almost an hour to get from 64 to 69. So, well, we've actually grown, I think, like 7 levels, so... Why so many foreign people talk to always say they're shy in school? Well, yeah, I was a foreign student here also in India, and kind of hard to get over the fact that you have an accent and no one really understands you that well. So, when I moved here, I had an accent. Is your school system harsh? I wouldn't say school itself was harsh. It's a lot more difficult and it's different than the American one. And so since it's different, that was a bit of a challenge. It isn't that harsh if you're used to it. I will say one thing though, that the entrance exams for colleges are very harsh. Like basically you need to be like in the top 1% to get admitted to a college. Or like pay a huge amount, like almost American levels of fees in India, a country where your salary is not American level. So yeah, we're level 64 now. Time to fight. Let's go back up. Let's meet with that picnicker. Let's see how much damage we do. If it doesn't look like we can do enough damage, then we'll just have to grind some more. And I think I might end the stream after just grinding a bit. Okay, who knew cut? So we save here. We then use our rare candy on Ditto. Ditto is now level 65. It has 170 special. I think her Oddish has about 30 special at this level. Okay, use poison powder, thankfully. Okay, so it's doing... Okay, I think it's doing 1/4. Okay, we got a critical hit, but that was a critical hit at the wrong time. Again, 1/4. Okay, it's using Wrap, which is Wrap and Poison is very annoying. We can also use Growth. I think we need a crit. Okay, we got a crit, but now we only have 2 power points for Oddish. So, How is this gonna work? Stun Spore is bad. Okay. We got 3 crits, but one of them was useless. It used Growth, and that is very bad. And Wrap, that just wastes time. Growth means we do less damage unless we get a crit. Let me reset, we're not gonna win that one. Oh right, I didn't use the rare candy. That might... one rare candy I don't think will make much of a difference. Paralyzed. Thankfully, Oddish can't actually hurt us because... Okay, crit, that's good. Wrap, that's not good. We have 3. Okay. We're running into an issue here where Absorb is a 4-hit KO. I think for it to be viable to win then, we need... We basically, I think, need like 7 critical hits. Oh, it's not even a 4-hit KO. 5-hit KO. Why don't you use Ether? No items in battle allowed. That's another rule. I suggest a test without the rare candy first. Rare candy slightly improves the ranges. It won't even, I don't think, do way more damage, but it does slightly improve the ranges. Okay. Yeah, I think with the rare candy, it's a proper 4-hit KO. That might have been a range. Now use Growth, so okay, but we got a critical hit, so that negated it. Okay, I should have used the rare candy, I don't know why. I only have 2 absorbs. Unless both were crits, then... Even if both were crits, how are we going to finish off the last Bellsprout? We need 2 crits versus that as well. Wow, barely enough to go through half of our Pokemon. Well, we're getting further than before, so we have made progress. It's not like we haven't made progress. It's just the progress has been pretty lousy. Because before we could just barely get past her Bellsprout. Now we're at the point where we can at least get past her Bellsprout, and maybe if we're lucky we could also get past the Oddish, but we're not going to reach the final Oddish. Okay. Okay, we're doing, again, 2 hits do about half damage. How about you use the rare candy and save again? I think we're gonna have to level up more, so I don't want to use the rare candy right now. The thing is, I should use my rare candy before fighting her. I'm just being bad by forgetting to do it. Okay, assuming a good one, we're doing about 65% of the required damage. Midway through the 3rd Pokemon should be that. I think if we got very lucky, we could defeat the 3rd Pokemon. We're doing about 75% of the needed damage. Wow, Wrap and Paralysis is just annoying. And it uses Growth. Okay, we got crit at least. Okay, 2 2 crits, so that growth didn't matter. So 3 hits versus the Oddish. If we get 1 crit, then... Okay, we got to the final Oddish. Bellsprout, but level 18. Okay guys, it's very clear I think that we can't beat this. If we're here's the thing. If we in order to beat her, right now, when we're doing 1/4 damage versus her Oddish and Bellsprout, we would need 2 critical hits to take out the Oddish, 2 critical hits to take out the Bellsprout, then 2 critical hits to take out the third Bellsprout. That's already 6 PP worth of damage. And then we would need, so that's 6 crits in a row, which is already highly unlikely. And on top of that, of having 6 crits in a row, then we need, against the last Oddish, it'll also be we'll have only 3 power points, since we have 9 absorbs. And that would mean that we would need another crit versus the Oddish. So we would need in total 7 crits to beat her. At about 1/5 chance, that's just not gonna happen. 7 crits, it's not gonna happen. It's not realistic. We need to do 1/3 damage to her. Right now we're doing slightly under 1/4. I think it's 1/4 if we level up with normal ranges. I don't know what a range is. Sometimes an attack can do a little lower damage, a little bit more damage, but I think if we used a rare candy, definitely, then yeah, we would be able to win 100% of the time. We would be able to win 100% of the time with a 4-hit KO, but we need to turn it from a 4-hit KO to a 3-hit KO in order for beating her to be anywhere near reasonable. If it's a 3-hit KO, then we need then a critical hit will do double of the damage, so it'll do 2/3, and then a normal hit will do 1/3 damage. So we need a critical hit versus each Pokemon. And we have about a 40% chance then of getting a critical hit. So 40% chance, Max Mercury, the MM, 1/3 more damage calls for about 1.15 times the level, so 75. Yeah, Toadhang buddy, well, welcome to chat, Toadhang. You can see we kind of got totally wrecked. Oh, it dug a hole, so no way of. Music TA, what did I roll up on? Well, this is basically me trying to be Pokemon Blue with just Mimic, but I'm forced to use Speed Up because we've reached a point in the game where we have to grow to like level 75 to win, apparently. So yeah. Because once we do 1/3 damage, then if we have 9 hits, so we would need 1 crit versus each Pokemon. And based on my calculations, that's the chances of getting 1 crit versus each Pokemon in a row is 40. First it would be 40 times 40, so then versus 2 Pokemon 16%, and 4 times 16, so then 6.4%, and then 4 times 40% of 6.4% I think is what's 4 times 64? 256. It would be about a 2.5% chance of winning. But it'd be slightly more because we would have 1 extra absorb. So maybe at level 70 we would have like a 1% chance of winning, but right now, when we're lucky, we're getting to the final Oddish with basically 0 power points. That was our best run up till now, getting to the final Oddish. So we do, on our best try, we do 75% damage, so we're doing 3/4 of it. So we need to do, how much more damage? Not 50% more, I don't think it's 50%. 40. Yeah, it's about 40%, I think, 40 times. Yeah, something about 35% more damage. so yeah, I kept losing to vegetables. Yeah, Oddish and Bellsprout. So we need to do 40, I think 35% more damage. And to do 35% more damage, we don't need to be, again, 35, we don't need to be at like level, yeah, 33.3% more, so 1/3. Yeah, actually Max Mercury, you're 100% right. We need to do about 1/3 more damage. So to do 1/3 more damage than we're doing now, that would normally mean about 20 levels almost, but again, our stat EXP counts for more as we level up, and also our level counts in damage. So yeah, I think 75 is actually a good estimate. We might need to be level 75. That is going to take a whole entire episode. I will be grinding as much as I want right now, but it's getting late where I am. It's about 11:30 and I need to sleep also. So in a few minutes I'm going to turn this off, so I figure we might as well grind as much as we can. We've grinded, I think, close to 8 levels today. And it's going to be a bit harder, of course, to grind the next levels, since we'll need more EXP, but I still think we might be able. That's why I'm trying to gain a few more EXP points. Max Mercury, the MM75 should be the upper end though. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, that it's the upper end. Because if it's a 4-hit KO, I think the Oddish at this level, they have about 41 health points. On Thursday I was late to school because I slept in and I just rolling up in the middle of dodgeball. Usually when I slept in and I couldn't go to school, I just skipped it. I didn't bother going the entire day. With stat experience, level factor is the calculation plus level up stat growth is 3-factor scaling. Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is though that our level doesn't just count once, it counts thrice. Because on the one hand, the way stat EXP is calculated, it's worth more at a higher level. And our special doesn't just increase linearly. It's kind of increasing a bit exponentially, but not by much. And then reborn, my parents would get mad at me. I guess if you skip the whole day at school, okay. It would actually be hard for me to go in the middle. I can't, Slender Brian, I can't do it because we have a behavior score. So yeah, basically leveling up helps in 3 ways. One, our stat EXP counts for more. Compared to level 10 and level 100. Max Mercury, so grossly we need 1.1 times the level, not 1.15. So that's about 10% more, so that would be about 6 or 7 levels, I'm guessing, about level maybe 71. So 71 or 70. Oh, okay, so you have a behavior score and skipping school would lower your score, okay. Blender, so yeah, I get that. So yeah, level, like I was saying, level counts 3 times. One, your stat experience will be worth more as you level up. So and that's linear. So at level 100, your stat experience is worth 10 times more than at level 10. So between level like 60 and 70, it's not that much. It's like it's a bit of a 10. Okay, Max Mercury, the cold numbers say 70.44, so yeah, I think level 70... see, here's the thing, we don't need to do exactly 1/3 damage, because based on my calculation, we do have 1 extra absorb. So if we have 1 extra absorb, and we just get lucky versus the others, then I can see that happening. So yeah, maybe 71, we'll try it again, rather than 75. Thankfully, that's only about 5 more levels, and that should be doable within an hour. But yeah, at this point, I am getting sick of grinding. Yeah, for one, our stat experience counts more. Secondly, because we level up, of course, our special also goes up linearly. And lastly, our level also counts for damage calculation. damage calculation is based on two things. It's based on your stats versus the opponent's defensive stats. Your offensive versus opponent's defensive. Pushing the luck with the crit should allow you to get past her at levels less than 70. I'm not sure about that. I think we would have to be level 70. Like, maybe, because while the odds might be more in our favor. So tomorrow we'll get Natsuki good ending instead of normal and worst ending, right? Well, I'm not doing a Natsuki stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I already have 2 videos scheduled. My videos scheduled for tomorrow are the Monika's Valentine mod and the Valentine's Day special for Monika After Story. I think Monday maybe we might do Natsuki, so day after tomorrow. I don't like the fact that Natsuki got a level was 65. You know what? It's possible though that just one level might make a bit of a difference. If we were doing fractional damage before, maybe it'll shift it. Maybe at level 66, let's just see. I know it's not going to be very useful, but let's just see. At level 60. Level, Max Mercury, the MM, 69 would be epic, 70 looks feasible, 75 will be much more consistent. It's all a matter of how much you want to try your luck and how much you want to try. Okay, I should have used my rare candy. Why did I not use my rare candy? Okay, at level 65. Okay, it's a more than a... Okay, at level 65, it's a definite 4-hit KO. So that's there in our favor. But, yeah, against... Then we run into this. So... Alright, I actually wanted to see if level 66 was anything special. No, I don't think... Well, I think at level 66 it's a consistent... We're doing more than 1/4 her... the HP and damage, definitely. But... That's the issue, actually. We need to do about 1/3. So... We need to do about 1/3 more than what we're doing right now. Well, not exactly 1/3, just a bit more. I think we're doing a bit more than 1/4 anyway. And I forgot we could teleport from here, so... Yeah, now let's go back, grind. So after this round of grinding, I'm done and we'll be hanging it up, so... Next time, hopefully we only need to grind 4 more levels. 4 more levels is sort of reasonable. I think we can finish it in an hour. And that would let us beat her. I think level 70 might be good enough, but again, we need to do about 1/3 damage. And that might only be true at about level 71 or 72. So, we'll have to see. Yeah guys, thanks for watching. Do leave a comment, do leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. I've saved. It's great having you guys here, but well, gotta go. I'll see you guys again. So plan for next time is, like I said earlier, we will try to get to level 69 first. And I think maybe level 70, based on the calculations, it seems we might be able to win. If we win at level 70, that's good. If we can't, then I think 72, 73 will be reasonable. But if we can win at level 70, I think we'll be able to win next stream. And if we don't, that means we've spent about as much time as her as we have against Brock, so... Yeah, it's turning she's about just as bad as Brock, so yeah.